All right, guys, last time you're going to be seeing me for this class, and hopefully this little brief review of things that are important to study for the final exam is useful for you guys. Some general information about the exam. It's 22 questions. It's a mix of multiple choice and short answer. There's more multiple choice than are short answer questions. Short answer questions are worth 5 points. The multiple choice are worth 1 point. And just like I typically do, once everybody has completed the exam, remember, don't rely on the grade that is shown to you initially if I set it up that way, because I will need to go in and manually grade the short answer questions, and I will start grading of the short answer questions once everybody has completed the final exam. So you guys have plenty of time to take the exam. I left a pretty good chunk of time open for you to take it. It's open book, open note. You can, I encourage you to look at the lecture notes that I offered with each module in the course, and to have all the PowerPoints handy as well. Other things that could be useful for you are the appendix section within the textbook. Remember, there's kind of that nice overview chart of some of the big key players in career development and career theory, and so I want you to be familiar with who those people are. Specifically, people like Parsons and Holland and Super are really important. I tried to develop questions and have questions on the exam that I felt are pretty consistently asked when you get to exams like the CRC exam or the NCE exam. And I promise you that both of those exams will ask you about Parsons and what book he wrote and who he is. Make sure to look over that information, pull that information out. I really want you to review the stages of career development history. Remember, we had a discussion post about that earlier in the summer. Review each of those 6 stages, who suggested the stages, kind of what happened at each stage, important things to consider during each of those development throughout the history of careers. And then kind of leading up to the 21st century, I want you to kind of think about what unique factors are presented within the 21st century for those that are participating in career counseling or career development. What sets us apart now, things like technology and how we move around from job to job, and nothing is guaranteed anymore in terms of security and job security. So things like that are important. Things like the globalization of our economy and what effect and impact that has had on career development and career counseling. In terms of ethics, so I want you to just briefly, there's not a lot on ethics in general within the exam, but just be aware of codes of ethics that are available for career professionals, career counseling professionals, unique things that might be an informed consent or limitations to confidentiality. As far as kind of the content area related to multicultural counseling, multicultural career counseling, I want you to know what that might look like, what factors might play a role if we're looking at counseling, the provision of counseling, career counseling to individuals from different cultural backgrounds. Just be knowledgeable about what stereotyping can do to the process, what we need to be considerate of when we're thinking about giving an assessment, a career assessment to an individual from a different cultural background. When we're thinking of the stages of career change, remember that was one of the things that we focused on in the last couple of weeks. So what happens, at the beginning of our career life, and the midpoint, and in the end, those 3 different stages, what might be involved in each of those stages. And then finally, when it comes to the application of skills and what career counselors actually do, just kind of review the things that affect people at work, and how we can address that as a counselor, whether it be family issues, mental health issues, stress, how a career counselor might provide some interventions for a client who is looking to go through the career counseling process but maybe needs additional supports. And there is one question about that's related to individuals in recovery. So just review, some of the challenges and considerations that if somebody is providing career counseling to an individual in recovery, what unique things they might need to consider so that they can help that individual to the best of their abilities. So like I said, 22 questions, 50 points total. If you have any issues, as always, take a screenshot, let me know, email me. Sometimes eCampus doesn't like me either, so you just never know what's going to happen. But I don't know that something has happened on your end unless you let me know. So there's a very short window of time before I have to get grades in. Thank you, summer sessions. So if there is a problem, let me know ASAP so that we can try to get it fixed and remedied before that window of time for submitting grades closes. Hopefully you guys have all of the grades back thus far that you need to kind of give you an idea of where you stand in the class. I'm really happy with all of you. You guys have done a great job this semester, this summer session, and I'm sure you're looking forward to a couple weeks of break before fall starts. So with that, I'll let you go, get to the studying, and if you need me for anything, I would say the best way to reach me before the summer session ends is email. I'll get you a response back as soon as I can, okay? All right, thank you all for a great class. Please complete the student evaluations. I like being evaluated and being provided with some feedbacks, and so, please complete those even if there's not that many of you in the class. It's still good for me to have. So with that, thank you guys and have a great remaining summer.